Some athletes are good, some are great, but every once in a while, one comes along and has such a huge impact that they transcend their sport. You know those moments when an athlete makes such a buzz that even people who don't follow the sport know their name? These athletes don't come around often, but when they do, it feels like something special is happening. When I was a kid, I used to skate, so of course I knew who Tony Hawk was, but even my mom knew who Tony Hawk was. Usain Bolt was so legendary that he became a household name in a sport usually followed by only the most dedicated fans. Even his name sounded like he was meant to be the fastest guy alive. Ask the average person to name a golfer, and they'll say Tiger Woods. There are very few athletes who reach this level of popularity, where they almost single-handedly lift their sport to new heights. Right now, women's basketball has an athlete who might just be the next to do this, Caitlin Clark. She's only been in the WNBA for a season, but she's already become the face of the league, drawing in more fans, more viewers, and more money than ever before. But with this fame comes criticism. Some people believe all this attention is too focused on just one player. Others think she's not as dominant as the hype suggests, that she's just the media's golden child. So is Caitlin Clark really as good as everyone says, or is her talent being blown out of proportion for the WNBA's sake and for the future of women's basketball? On April 7th, the Women's NCAA Basketball Championship achieved something historic. Almost 19 million people tuned in, a record outpacing every men's tournament game in recent years. It even beat every NBA Finals game since 2018. That night, people who had never watched a basketball game in their lives were glued to the TV to see who would be crowned champion. And much of this hype was because of one player, Caitlin Clark. Her unreal shooting range and record-breaking performances made her must-watch TV. Her WNBA debut pulled the highest viewership of any WNBA game on ESPN. Indiana's home game attendance soared from around 4,000 fans last season to over 17,000 this season, a 400% increase. Fever's team store sales skyrocketed over 700%. Even the league's viewership has hit levels that even her biggest fans couldn't have imagined. Last season, Game 4 of the WNBA Finals brought in the most viewers in 20 years, with over 728,000 watching. But this season, 22 regular season games surpassed that, 21 of those with over 1 million viewers. 18 of these games, they featured Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. The Caitlin Clark effect is so powerful that WNBA viewership is now closing in on the NBA's numbers on ESPN. In 2024, NBA games averaged 1.56 million viewers, while WNBA games hit an average of 1.2 million, a milestone that seemed impossible a few years ago. But Caitlin's rising popularity has stirred up some controversy. Many WNBA fans feel frustrated that one player gets so much attention in a league full of incredible talent. Some wonder if Caitlin's talent really justifies all the hype. In just her rookie season, Caitlin broke her 12 league and franchise records. She set the single-season assist record, got the most All-Star votes in history, and set a new record for double-doubles by a guard in a season. She scored more points as a rookie than anyone in league history and became the first rookie to record a triple-double. Last week, Caitlin made first-team All-WNBA, becoming the first rookie to do so since Candace Parker 16 years ago. So, those jaw-dropping college performances have definitely translated to the pros. Her rookie season saw her generating 45.2% of Indiana's points, with her own scoring and assists. To put that in perspective, she had a higher offensive load than every NBA player last season except Luka Doncic, and she's a rookie. Among the top 200 most productive offensive seasons in WNBA history, Caitlin is already ranked as one of the most potent offensive players in league history. What's also amazing is how she does it. The NBA players who shoot from the longest range? Trae Young, Damian Lillard, and Stephen Curry, shooting from almost 28 feet out. But Caitlin's average three-point distance? 28.1 feet, over 6 feet beyond the WNBA line, further than anyone in either league. So has Caitlin Clark earned all this attention? Absolutely. She didn't just have a good rookie season, she had one of the best rookie seasons in recent basketball history. And it's not just benefiting her, it's lifting the entire WNBA. The surge in WNBA popularity isn't just about people tuning in to see her next move. It's about fans showing up in record numbers. Looking at attendance figures since the league's start, you can see a story of ups and downs. When the WNBA started in 1997, it had just 8 teams, each with strong fan bases. The league grew, shrank, and struggled, with some teams folding and attendance dropping. COVID hit hard, emptying stadiums entirely. But in 2024, for the first time, league-wide attendance is higher than it was in its opening year. Caitlin's Indiana Fever team is seeing sold-out crowds at nearly every home game. Caitlin Clark isn't just drawing fans, she's raising the whole league to new heights. The WNBA's story is a lot like the NBA's struggles back in the 70s, when low attendance and ratings led networks to air finals games on tape delay. Then 2 players, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, took the NBA to new heights in the 80s, saving the league. Caitlin might not be the next Bird or Magic, but her impact on women's basketball is unmistakable. Her popularity is sparking real conversations about the game, shifting the focus from justifying the league's existence to celebrating its players, records, and rivalries. Sure, Caitlin's popularity might stir up some tension. Some fans wonder why one player is getting so much attention when so many other great athletes are out there. But the impact she's had in a single season, bringing attention, boosting attendance, and driving viewership, is undeniable. For years, WNBA players have called on fans to give their talents a chance. Finally, people are tuning in. It may not be a perfect journey, but it's a big step forward for the WNBA. The Caitlin Clark era is just beginning, and who knows what she'll accomplish next, not just for herself, but for women's basketball as a whole. And so, here we are, witnessing a defining moment, not just for Caitlin Clark, but for the entire sport of women's basketball. From record-breaking viewership to packed stadiums, Caitlin has already shown us the impact one player can make. The numbers don't lie, and neither does the passion of fans flocking to see her play. Sure, there's debate. Some think the spotlight shines too brightly on one person, while others wonder if her skills truly justify the hype. But here's the thing. The records, the energy, and the undeniable rise of women's basketball tell us we're witnessing something special. Caitlin is taking her team, her league, and the game itself to heights it's never reached before. So if you're as excited as we are to see where this journey takes her, don't miss a moment. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay connected as we follow Caitlin Clark and the future of women's basketball. Share your thoughts, cheer on the players, and be a part of this incredible movement. Let's make sure we're all here for every thrilling second of this era. It's only getting started.